And you are Ray Fowles, right?
Ray Fowles, yes, sir.
And you have filed today for?
Commissioner Precinct 1, Hopkins County.
All right. How long have you been interested in that post?
For about 4 or 5 years since I sold out of dairy business. I've had it on my mind, and it's something I've thought about for a good while, and something I'd like to try.
And Beth stepping down and kind of opened up the field, and you figured this is your chance.
This is
there, right?
Yes, sir. This is a good time to try.
All right. What do you bring to the table? What kind of experience? You mentioned the dairy business.
And I've been in since I've sold out of dairy business. I raise beef cattle, and I have a custom hay baling service. And I mean, it's, while I was in the dairy business, I mean, I had hands that worked for me. So I mean, I have leadership. I believe some of my concerns for the precinct, of course, the county roads.
Sure.
I would like to. My plan is to implement a system of going by dividing the precinct up and identifying and prioritizing the roads, and to move forward, to have progress on our infrastructure and our county taxes. I mean, as in talking to people as I've campaigned, I've heard lots of concerns from people, about a lot of the concerns are the civic center and the county jail, and of course the tax rate, and of course, I mean, there's lots of those things there's not easy answers for.
Sure.
But I would work hard, with the other commissioners and the county judge to conservatively spend the taxpayers' money, and then as far as leadership, like I said, and I'm being an old farmer. I'm one of those. I'll roll up my sleeves and get out there and get greasy and dirty with everybody else, and I like to be where the work is at. And if the work's at the courthouse or out in the precinct with my hands, that's where I like to be. But
looking forward to campaigning, get out there and meeting the folks.
Yes, sir. Yeah, I've already been. Yeah, I've already met several people. But I mean, I'd appreciate your support. March 1st, primary.
Well, Pat Chase, interested in Commissioner Precinct 1.
Yes, sir. I've been interested in the job for a long time. Been trying to get Beth Weisenbaker to retire for years, but she wouldn't. So as soon as she did announce her retirement, I announced my candidacy, and I'm excited. I've, of course, worked down in the precinct in various free capacities for the county, and so I've done a lot on the volunteer basis, and been on the Hopkins County Civic Center board, and was on that budget committee for years, and was part of the redevelopment out there, which we're real proud of course. And then I was Shady Grove Water Supply board, and we had a lot of success down there, and working with the county and improving the plumbing down there. We'd put in a 5-mile line down 1103, which is the road that goes along the new middle school, and so we were able to do that. And Shady Grove Water probably has the best pressure of any of the 13 water districts here in the county. And we were able to work with the city and reworking the ECCs that would give the city the opportunity to provide water to the larger facilities there along Wildcat Way. So had a lot of fun managing and working with Shady Grove Water. So learned a lot about county government and those positions. I'm on the Ag Tax Advisory Board. Of course, I've been in ag, and it's extremely important part of our economy, as is the Interstate 30 corridors, extremely important part of our economy. And so I'm looking forward to managing new dollars that I'm projecting that's going to be coming in. And of course, the commissioner is with the rest of the court. We manage looks like it's going to be about $17 million of revenues, and so got to be a good steward of it. And I've been a conservative manager of funds corporately and governmentally, so I'm looking forward to it.
And you've run your farm and had your agribusiness here in the county?
Oh, sure, right. Of course, we dairied for years, and and we still produce a lot of hay. And of course, I've got the draft horses that we have fun with and make a little money doing. And so we still live down on the Switchboard Road and have 70 acres, Patricia and I do. And, that keeps me out of trouble.
This is Mickey Barker, and you have interest in Commissioner Precinct 1.
Correct. After I retired from Verizon, I made a good soul-searching decision to run for Hopkins County Commissioner 1. I've wanted all my life to be more involved with the community. In the past, I have had many opportunities, been very blessed to be involved with the Chamber and other organizations here in Sulphur Springs, and I look forward for the challenge.
What is some of your experience that you bring? What have you done as far as mostly with Verizon?
In my 36 or 7 years with Verizon, I was all in construction throughout most all that period. And when I retired, I was the area construction manager for the Northeast Texas area. I think I bring a lot of skills as concerning safety, concerning all aspects of constructions, running crews, and working with contracts, TxDOT, and other utilities.
Okay. And what about the job? What are you looking forward to doing in Precinct 1?
There's a lot of challenges. I believe that our rural road system has faltered. I've spoken with hundreds and hundreds of people in Precinct 1 and throughout the county, and the way that we're doing business now is not necessarily working correctly. I think it's time to think outside the box and move forward with new ideas and new ways of doing business.
Yeah, there are a lot of challenges on the roads, not enough funds, and a lot of work that needs to be done.
The budget is a major problem, but I feel like that with my background and skills and knowledge, that there's other ways that we can look at trying to find funds and grants and things of that nature, and I think we can do it.
How are you doing, Macy Newsom?
Thank you very much.
And you have interest in Commissioner Precinct 1?
I do, yes. Yes.
You wanted that job for a while, or?
I actually became familiar with the Office of Commissioner last spring. My husband and I joint ventured with a law firm from out of town to try to secure the delinquent tax roll for Hopkins County. And so during that process, I began to familiarize myself with the court and the responsibilities, and was pretty blown away by the influence that the court had. So about a few months, I would say.
Okay.
Yes.
What about your experience that you bring to the job? What type of resume do you have?
You know, that's a lot of people ask me that question, and I say two things. One, I finish what I start, and two, my willingness to learn. I know I don't know everything, but I'm willing to learn anything, and I'm willing to work really, really hard for the people of Precinct 1 and Hopkins County, and so I would say that's what I bring to the table.
What kind of challenges do you see in Commissioner Precinct 1?
Well, obviously roads. I would say that's the challenge by definition when you're talking about commissioner.
Yeah.
There's not enough money to fix the roads, to get them to the condition that they need to be. So we're going to be faced with just being open-minded. We're going to need to try some new things. A lot of I just think it's time to maybe get a fresh set of eyes on the court. Maybe there's something we can do that's not being done. I think we can do better than we're doing. But the challenge is going to be to just make sure that we're doing the right thing at the right time, and continue what needs to be continued, but to do away with maybe what's not working.
Yeah, a lot of budgetary challenges.
A lot of budgetary challenges.
Accounting.
Yes. Luckily, I'm a dairyman's daughter, and I've been part of 2 small businesses. I know how to make a dollar stretch, so that should help with the budget.
Very